So, I was given both of these loaves of bread, and I'm very thankful for each one. This one it has really lovely packaging, and I prefer the smaller loaves usually. They tend to be healthier, but anyway, delicious gluten-free, 100% plant-based and egg-free, seeds and grain loaf, all this writing on it. Gluten-free, non-GMO project, certified vegan. And then there's this one, 100% whole grains, multigrain, no artificial flavors or colors. This one, I mean, it doesn't say that it's non-GMO, so it would be gluten-free. This has gluten. Certified vegan? No. But, you know, if you look at the actual bread in there, I mean, this is white as can be. And you're like, okay, well, what's that white? And you look at this one, well, you can see the bread even from the front of the bag of this one. And that's pretty dark. And if you look at the ingredients of this one, which when I was younger, I would have automatically picked this one. And I wouldn't have even thought about the fact that the other one might actually be healthier. But anyway, in spite of not having all of those other things, whatever. Gluten-free floured blend. So it's modified tapioca starch, potato starch, brown rice flour, sorghum flour, corn starch. So all of these starches really react if I eat this reacts in my body basically the same way that straight sugar would. And so those are the top ingredients are the starches, and then you have the brown rice flour, yeah, sure, sorghum flour, good, and then cornstarch again. So I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing to eat. There's a lot of good things in there, as you can see. That's some good ingredients. But unless you happen to be gluten-free or gluten intolerant, you might want to avoid products like this, right? The starch, for the most part. I mean, if you feel every once in a while, oh, I definitely need some bread, but I mean, really, for me, if I want to eat sugary or things that are going to react as though they are sugars in my body, I probably wouldn't be picking up. This is not what I would choose, right? I'm going to choose something yummy, and there might be some other ways to go. Now, this one, the ingredients, there they are. So, I mean, at least you have the whole grains here, and there's quite a lot of good things in there too. But anyway, there's some things in there that I may not be totally on board with, but I don't know. I mean, for me, it's really, I don't know about these two, right? I went with this one today. This is the one I chose, just for the whole grains. And I want to avoid the sugar because I was just on a road trip and I don't need any more sugar. I let myself have a lot of things that I really shouldn't have, as everyone does on a road trip. So James is having some freshly picked blueberries, wild blueberries, and an Anjou pear, they're his favorite, and some tomatoes, and those three there from my peat bell row. And then there's a pizza bun, and that's half of an Asian cabbage, and the other half is cucumber, and then just water to chase it. I'm just having cucumber juice because I already had my cabbage juice this morning, and I'm having an apple for dessert after my Smart Woman tomato soup and toast. And James is having that. He wanted macaroni and cheese, but I decided to put the tuna in there just to give him a little more nutrition. So that's, well, I guess it's his deck dinner. Have you already had breakfast, James?
Yeah, I always do this.
Yeah.
Not together, so you can.
And this is my second breakfast I get. That is, but I don't necessarily want that in my soup. Anyway. So how did you sleep after all that driving last night? I can't believe you stayed awake. I fell asleep so many times. I was not a very good...
Well, I slept while you were driving. Drove, I think, for 2 hours.
Did I?
I think so. Like, when did you get in the vehicle?
Mm.
What place was that? Valley View? Valley View, right?
Mm.
And then you drove through Fox Creek.
Mm-hmm.
And where did we switch over? White Court?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah. So I think that's roughly 2 hours.
And the
Might be
cheapest places for gas that we saw, I think the cheapest place, we didn't get gas there, but I think the cheapest place was at Duke, wasn't it?
Well, that's where oil was discovered first. We were at the big oil finds. The first was like down the water, much earlier, half a century earlier. But maybe that's still where the best oil is. I thought they'd be run out of it.
But aside from that, the next best place was Drayton Valley, which we normally don't go through there, but we did.
I think that's an oil place too, isn't it?
And then the next place was, there were a few tied after that. The Kalmar and Devon.
I thought Kalmar, you said Duke was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Kalmar and Devon, they're right by Leduc, really. So.
And the most expensive place that I saw for gas was Sexsmith.
No, that's amazing, because they're producing gas and oil all around.
We didn't get gas there, but
Kevin.
it was a huge difference. I think it was $1.20, $20.9 in Leduc. We didn't get there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but I think that was the price.
Kalmar's does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a lot of places.
Kalmar was $1.23.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found the place on the map where there's a little stream behind it where it didn't show because I thought we were going uphill, but where the blueberry patch was, I remembered it. So.
Range and Township, yeah. That's good. We can do it year after year.
Yeah, that was the best route to take coming in off that. Not quite the most direct.
Boy, that fly is up past.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the way flies are.
A little one too.
Oh yeah, there's lots of insects around. They've been missing us.
Yeah, they have.
Gone for about 3.5 days. Yeah, I figured we did more than a day's worth of driving. We're gone 3.5 days. And we did, I'd say, 27.5 hours driving.
Yeah.
And lots of berry picking too.
Yeah.
And we were doing you were doing lots of berry picking and taking care of like yard work before we left. You think about it.
I know, I was
Like
already exhausted before
I don't know
we
when
left.
you got up and started working. I got up and started working. I did 6 hours of it basically, 6 hours straight without a break, without my usual nap. It's because I was up at 6:30 and left at 12:30 on Friday.
Now, I don't know how to work it any better. See, the problem is that blueberry, Saskatoon
cherry.
and cherry are all the same. Grandma said we can wait with the blueberries. We just have to do more cleanup. Like there'd be more, like we'd have leaves in our buckets. But she said they can go until middle of September. But then we miss out on Saskatoons.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. We should make an itemization of all the blueberry patches around.
Yeah, well, I should be able to do the... It should be... If I can find some good maps showing soil types and... what do you call it?
Climate.
I'm way too tired to even think. Yeah, like the rainfall patterns and stuff like that. I should be able to figure it out. Because, I mean, just based on what I know of what blueberries need, you know?
They need to be eaten, that's the one. We already know that.
No, I mean what they need, what kind of environment they need to grow in.
Oh, it's got meat in it? Is that what that?
Tuna.
Okay, so
I wanted to put some, I know you want macaroni and cheese, but I wanted to put some protein.
yeah. Yeah, we haven't, well, at your grandma's place was too big.
I mean, after working for a few days like that, you gotta heal your muscles.
Oh, my muscles are hurting.
Yeah.
It's worse than long distance hiking because I was bending over picking the blueberries. It's really hurting my hamstrings.
Like, I know you're craving the carbs for the energy, you know, because you're wiped out, right? You feel tired, but you need to get the protein in. And I've been watching this off and on while doing other stuff.
Your dogs are
actually
watching
not too bad. Yeah, the dogs are watching it.
Yeah.
And they seem settled by it, so
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Cold Feet, the New Year's Season 1. And, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Seems pretty realistic, and they're decent actors. Sorry, I kind of overcooked it, didn't I?
No, this?
No, the pasta.
No. Better over than undercooked is what I figured.
Boy, we got back just in time. It's supposed to be 32 today, and then I can't remember, something 30, something tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then 36, and then 37.
Wow.
I know. It's already, I was only able to get the house down to 25 this morning. But you know, I'm sweating out all these toxins that we put into our bodies while we were driving.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I mean, we did eat some healthy things. Like, we did eat apples and, yep. And we ate cookies.
Apples, pears.
And I ate just as many cookies as James. I'm not a cookie monster. But on the road, it's hard not to just keep stuffing your face with yummy things.
I had to, after that first day, I had to eat I had a craving for pretzels. Because I was short of salt.
Those were good pretzels.
Well,
so we ate all sorts of things that we don't eat on the trip. We had, well, you had a chocolate bar. How was that?
It was great. I mean, it was all melted, but half of it was on the wrapper.
Sorry about that. I forgot about it.
That doesn't matter.
Would have been better had I remembered.
I enjoyed licking the wrapper off.
Yeah. We ate nacho chips.
And chips.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Oh, we ate candies. We ate actual candies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lots of.
They were delicious.
But I had that antipasto. That's healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We did eat some healthy things. Like I ate almost 3 pounds of apples.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be bad.
Yeah.
I'm just dripping.
Sweat.
Just dripping. It's terrible. What's it going to be like by Friday, 37? Oh.
Yeah. I gotta make sure my tomatoes get a lot of water on them.
They were pretty dry.
No, it's just if I get some water on them with all the sun and heat, that'll help them produce something.
There's some from my people. Those 3.
Awesome.
And you see the blueberries up there, right? This was.
Oh, I can find when the lids are put on stuff. I don't notice. I had no idea what that was. Okay.
Whichever you want.
This is that oatmeal stuff.
I figure that one's actually better. I think it's, you know, it has GMOs, it has gluten, whatever, but I think it probably has more nutrition than that one all the same.
What's in this one? I can't read.
The number 1 ingredients, modified tapioca starch, and then potato starch.
Sounds almost disgusting. What did they advertise?
I tried some, it was good. It was delicious.
Oh.
But I don't think it's really that healthy. Well, it's delicious, gluten-free, 100% plant-based, and egg-free. Seeds and grain loaf.
Does it call itself bread though? What calls itself a loaf?
A loaf.
I guess these guys don't call themselves. No, they call themselves bread. No, they don't.
I mean, there's some good ingredients in here, but I would never buy this. Whereas we have bought.
Yeah.
The
I used to buy
Dempster
Dempster.
stuff
That happened for 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even comparable. If you look at, well, you can't look at it.
No.
Okay, if you look at the nutritional value, this is just, the multigrain is way, way higher. Like if you just look at manganese, this gluten-free loaf has 8% of your daily value. The Dempster's has 30%. Zinc, 2% in the gluten-free, and 6% in the Dempster's.
Yeah, which one is the sunflower loaf?
Well, they both have.
Oh, okay.
See, like this one here says with sunflower and pumpkin seeds. And this one says seeds and grain loaf. And the seeds, let me see. One of them is sunflower and one of them is pumpkin. So they both have seeds. This one has more different kinds of seeds, the gluten-free one. But anyway, Neither one of them have cholesterol. This one only has 1 gram of protein per slice, and this one has 4.
Wow. Okay.
Like, they're just, I don't know. I feel better about eating this, and I guess I did because I had the option of taking 2 slices of toasting this. I did not. I toasted this one. And James did the same thing. He had the option of taking from either bag, and he took this. So, I don't know. That's how we feel about it. Even though this one's non-GMO and stuff like that. It's just from a the point to eating food like this is nutritional value, and I feel better about that 100% whole grains, personally. I mean, if I want to eat something that's basically going to convert to sugar or react the same way as sugar in my body, then I don't want to pick that. I'd rather have my grandma's raspberry upside down cake that she served us. It was lovely, and you know she picked those raspberries. Both the candies that we ate and the cookies were from Korea. And they were delicious.
They were good. I was worried it was going to be like Chinese stuff.
Oh, they were so good. These Koreans know how to make some candies and cookies.
Well, it's as though their culture has turned it around.
I don't know. We'd never buy things like that, but we were given them, and we were heading on a road trip, and so they got packed along, and they were certainly eaten before the last snack food we ate was those rice cakes, the brown rice, quinoa, and sea salt. I mean, that's all the ingredients that were in there, so they're pretty healthy. But they tasted healthy. Didn't have enough
Not really.
sea salt on them.
Tasting healthy is like a kale smoothie. So they tasted like nothing. So
They tasted like nothing. They were crunchy.
yeah, that wasn't bad.
I don't know. We just needed something while we were. You just got to stay awake somehow.
Well, food is not necessarily a good thing for me to eat.
Yeah, I know, but the crunching away seems to help. I don't know what it is,
Helps
but
some people.
I don't know. But when I'm traveling, I need to be constantly putting food in my face. It's like, well, maybe not constant, but like, it's what I do. So I don't know why. I doubt I'm the only one.
Anyway, we pulled off another all-dayer coming back.
We did. That was impressive. I don't know how you did it. The last while.
Well, I was kind of interested in the geography and it's weird. Like there's this one road correction on Highway 23.
You bought a brand new map book on the way too.
Yeah, I needed one. Well, we needed one to go up. I couldn't find my map.
Where did they
was
go?
like-
I wonder.
Okay. We've been kind of rearranging stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's one section of road I thought we were heading north-south, but I knew when it said something Aspen Gardens or something like that, I know, no, that's on the road correction. We're heading from west to east. And then, sure enough, I had it right because Mosley is on that thing, and Mosley came up next. And I'm going, that is the Mosley I remember, because it was getting very late and I was getting very tired. And sure enough, I say Mosley, there's the rail crossing. Just a little bit east of
So
it.
that's how you pronounce that name?
I think so. Could be in Moss Field, Moss Meadow. So,
I don't know that area at all.
we've driven it quite a few times now, so I know reasonably well. So I saw these, it looked like towers, radio towers with red lights that went on and off, synchronized fashion. I think it must be a wind farm or something like that. But it was like between Champion.
Oh,
and
you
Carnegie.
mean the street lights that were flashing on and off? No, that was weird.
That was weird too, but no, these are big red lights. I figure they're on big towers.
God, I heard.
There's a wind farm up to the east of Highway 23. And I figure that's what it is. The thing that amazed me is they're all synchronized, right? They go on and off at the same time.
That's wild.
And there's lots of them.
Do you want me to put this away?
Yeah, if you would, thanks. Your back's hurting.
Oh, I'm so sore. I'll get all the work done, and then I'll be good.